Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video with your girl Kayla. So by the title, I know you guys see what it's about, my pageant tips and tricks. I'm going to be letting you guys know all the knowledge that I know to my modeling and pageants and everything that I've done so far. And if you guys do have any questions that I do not cover in this video, go ahead and write your question below and I'll go ahead and answer them for you. So when attending a casting call, what you want to bring is a portfolio, have your theme. And what I mean by theme is what type of modeling do you want to do? For instance, I was interested in Victoria's Secret type of modeling. And so that is really important. When you are attending the casting call, you want to go ahead and wear nothing baggy, tight-fitting clothes. I would recommend a tank top, some jeans, maybe some shorts. Have your hair back so they can see your face, and also having natural makeup like how I do today. So when you're doing your portfolio, things to have inside of it is headshots and body shots. Different looks are really good because it shows that you know how to work with different types of outfits and themes that you got going on. When you are working with photographers and stuff, make sure that you either sign a contract or let it be known that you want to see your photos before they post anything, because your image is everything and you want to make sure you represent yourself as great as possible. Something really important to know when you're interviewing for a pageant or just interviewing for a modeling thing is having some type of volunteering that you have helped out with the community and giving back. They do want a role model, so just keep that in mind. Height limits for modeling are around 5'8" and above. I am 5'5", 5'6", so I was considered a short model, but I could rock some really big inch heels, so that way I would hit the mark of being 5'8". When doing a pageant, they didn't ask us to be on a diet or anything. It just was kind of recommended to eat a little bit better. However, that only lasted probably like a day or two with me. I ate the same exact thing that I usually do on a normal basis day, which I know is probably not good. I should be eating healthy, but for me, I just kept it on my regular diet, which is no diet. Doing pageants can be a little costly. For instance, I paid about, I want to say $500 to maybe $1,000, and that just being alone with my dress. I did get a sponsor, and sponsors do help pay for your, not tuition, but just your way to get in to the pageant, because that is a lot. It just depends on what type of pageant you're going for, if it's really big, if it's not. For instance, Quinceañera magazine, when I first did that, I didn't have to pay a lot. I think it was just $15, maybe $50 max. We had to pay for tickets if we wanted more than 5, because they did give us 5 free tickets. Something cool about that though is Quinceañera magazine did offer getting your hair, makeup done, and they also provided dresses. So different pageants offer different things. I could see myself spending roughly around $3,000 though for a pageant if I'm doing something really, really big, because I think the most money you'll probably spend is on your dress and maybe your hair and makeup. So when I was first becoming a model, I did get signed with an agent, Derica Porter. She was my manager that kind of manages my photo shoots and any shots that I would do for, you know, my career going up. She actually got me into doing the pre-show for the BET Awards. It was a really amazing opportunity. There was so many celebrities over there. I was super nervous because I did not know what I was doing when I was interviewing people. I was just so scared and not as camera friendly as I am now. So that was cool. But normally, I think it just price ranged differently per manager. Make sure you look over the contract and everything is okay on that. So managing both school and modeling was a lot. Personally, I couldn't do it with both because of the fact that I was a full-time student trying to graduate at a steady time, and also having to deal with modeling. It's just kind of like a little all over the place, because with modeling you can't give it half-ass. You gotta go all in it. So it's either you're all in and you gotta spend all your time on going to casting calls, getting your shoots in, your portfolio ready. Everything needs to look really legit, especially if you're taking this serious. So it's like, for me, I think it's kind of hard managing both, because you can't only put part-time into modeling. Something important when you are walking is to keep your shoulders back. You want to look as confident as possible. Another thing too is when you are walking, you don't want to move your arms a lot. So when you put out your right foot, you want to put out your left arm. It's the opposite per leg. When you're walking, you kind of want your legs to be out further than your body. Another thing I do want to mention too, when you are doing photos and everything, these are alien hands, these are Barbie hands. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys gained some knowledge about modeling. And if you guys did and you use it in the future, good luck. So something I didn't mention in the previous videos is modeling gigs and things that I have done in the past. So I first started modeling when I was 15 years old. What started me off was doing the pageant for Quinceañera magazine. This was around my time when I was having my quince, and they used to have expos, and I seen pretty girls modeling those beautiful big dresses, and I just want to do it too. So my mom entered me in the pageant. I ended up winning the title of Miss Latina, which was winning the back cover of a magazine, which was pretty cool. And so after that, my modeling career just kind of skyrocketed. And from there, I did events like Sac Fashion Week. I did things for Couture Press. I did interviewing at the pre-show for the BET Awards, which was a really big one. And other little events here and there, like wedding events and stuff like that. The thing that kind of like I learned too was that all these designers that I worked with, they all have like their own idea of their clothing. So like there was some type of clothes that I would wear for designers, and I would just be like, Mom, what is this? And she'll be like, hey, that's just what the designer wants you to wear, so own it. She always told me, even if I put on a garbage bag, work it. And I'm just like, you're right, Mom, I gotta work that. So even if you don't like the designer outfit that they got going on for you, just work it, because that is their idea and you just need to own it, okay? Another thing I wanted to tell you guys is, if you are going on the runway, to keep a focal point on something, and when you walk out, just keep your eye on that and just let that be your center. So that's a really good thing to remember. I personally never fell when walking on the runway, thank Lord. But if that were to happen, I would own it, okay? So even if I was on the floor, I'll be like, what? Work, and then get back up, you know what I mean? And then work it all the way down and pretend like that was part of my move. Things to bring when you're going to a pageant is a suitcase full of things. You should have bobby pins, extra everything. So I remember one time this girl's heel strap broke, so maybe an extra pair of heels would be a good one. Extra earrings, extra hair supplies, maybe bra, bobby pins is a really good one, safety pins, super glue, this is a good one. When you are going into a pageant too, either wear a zip up sweater or a robe, so that way when you are ready, you don't have to pull it off with a hoodie. You could just unzip it and then put your clothes on. That is a pretty good one too, you guys. If you're in an interview, interviewing for either a pageant or just a modeling gig itself, just be yourself. And if you are nervous, you let them know. Just be like, sorry, I'm super nervous. And trust me, they will love that. Because if you're honest with them and like just let them know, they're gonna be like, okay, you're nervous, that's so cute, you're okay. You know, so I think that that was cool too, because there was plenty of times when I was interviewing with a panel of like 6-8 judges, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous, and they're just like, it's okay. So that's cool too, to let them know you're nervous. If you are nervous, it does kind of like ease the mood a little bit. I remember the first time that I was doing the Quinceañera magazine pageant, so we each got assigned our own hair and makeup person. So the place that I went to was it was this house, and I was like, what the heck, like everybody else is going to salon and I'm going to a house. But let me tell you, my makeup artist was a freaking like whiz. Okay, and after that, I hired him from here on out with my quinceañeras, my weddings, and everything. It was so amazing. Like, he made me look like a Barbie. So when he was finally done with like my hair and makeup, I remember I was in his bathroom and I was just overthinking because I was so scared. And I was just laying on the floor like, oh my gosh, I feel so sick. I'm so scared. So for the Quinceañera magazine pageant, I went on stage and I started stuttering. And they're like, so what do you want to do when you grow up? But they asked me in Spanish. And I was like, quiero ser presidente de... And I was like, the United States, even though I meant to say like Estados Unidos. But because like, you know what I mean? I messed up, okay? So then everybody just started laughing, and then I was like, okay. And then I just walked down and did my little thing, and it was super cool. So for the last pageant that I did, it was also a Latina pageant, and I was the top 3. So I literally studied these questions like it was a final, the questions that they were gonna ask. Like, it was a cool like 15 questions or 10 or 15 questions that they gave us, and only like one of them was going to get picked for us. And so I studied all of them. You know, it's the thing about it is it has to come natural. So yeah, I had like what I was saying word for word, but like honestly, like that's not the way to do it. Like honestly, just don't, because then that's going to like stress you out. So when I got asked the question, I don't know what I heard, but I swear I only heard Spanish. I guess they translated it in both English and Spanish, but I answered a completely different question. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so embarrassed. I told my mom and my family, I was like, why didn't you scream and say, no, that's the wrong answer? But that's not what happened. And so I definitely answered the wrong question. So of course, like, yeah, I did not win, but I know for next time I don't hear what the judges say, I'm gonna be like, oh, repite, you know, can you say that again, please? So I know that for next time. I mean, I don't know when the next time I'll do a pageant, but yeah, so I hope those little tips help. If you mess up, it is a-okay. Like, just bounce back up, be confident, you know, own it, don't be scared. And if you mess up, that's okay, because girl, you got it. So yeah, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this little after clip, you know, and yeah, so you guys have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching.